What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing today, man? You already should know how it go. It's your boy B back with another video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Brandon Jones, and I specialize in helping you make an extra income. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about some common pitfalls that people are making with reselling. And now, I've been a reseller for a while and over a decade, and I love reselling. I don't think that reselling is something for everybody, but I also don't think reselling is rocket science. Like I'm not here to try and make it seem like it's just this hard task. Listen, I'll tell you this. I feel like a elementary school kid can resell products. They can literally learn how to do it just as much as you and I, right? It's not hard. If you're somebody looking to build and grow a business, you can literally build and grow that business literally by doing the right product research, putting your head down and doing the work. Okay. I'm not one to try and say that you're going to easily get rich from this, or you're going to be able to retire. Not immediately, you're not. But what I will tell you is that it will help you gain assets. Now, why would you want to gain assets? It's because literally when you have assets, you now have a way of making money in mostly any situation. Now, I was just literally playing basketball. I'm shooting a vlog for Educatedhustler right now. I was playing basketball all morning. When we wrapped up basketball at LA Fitness, I had a young man come up to me and he said, "Hey, I'm 19 years old and I'm looking to play professionally." He said, "But I don't currently have any income, and I really wanted to know, why do you think that reselling is something that people like me should do?" And we're sitting down literally, and everybody starts coming over as a talk, and talk about pressure. But as I'm talking, everybody's coming around, and I'm telling them, like, as a 19-year-old, as somebody that is barely um, having any type of responsibilities at that age, it's hard for you to understand the concept of freedom, because you technically feel like you already have it, right? Like, if you're a high schooler, you really didn't have too much responsibility, and maybe that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on who you are, right? But when you get into the real world, see, I will never forget when I graduated high school and I thought to myself, now what? I think that's one of the worst feelings to have as a high schooler, because you see your friends, they all have something, right? Like, they're all like, okay, I'm gonna do this, okay, I'm gonna do that. Like, they have that next step, but you're just sitting there like, okay, bet, now what? And you start to feel lonely. You start to feel like, I don't have anything now that is going to propel me into another level, and that can be quite frustrating. And I think to avoid that from happening, sometimes you're going to have to dig deep and realize, hey, I need to put my head into something right now before it's too late. So whether you're in high school right now, or whether you're somebody that graduated and you're in college or in community college, or you're at a university, outside states or inside your state, right now is the perfect time to get started, because it's going to actually help you gain value. And a lot of us, we think that we're valuable just because of who we are. You're not valuable. And I'm gonna go full screen for this. You're not valuable. You're not nothing. I know that you think that you're somebody special, but you're not until you prove it. And that is a hard pill to swallow. It was something hard for me to swallow as well, because we all feel like we're destined for greatness, but you're not until you actually do greatness. You're not destined for anything until you. So let me break this down. I remember walking. I made my high school team, and I was one of the best players up and coming. And I remember vividly, I had bad grades at the time because I wasn't focused on school. I was focused on building my financial situation at the time. But I remember my coach, he had to sit me one day because I didn't have the grades. And we're walking, it's just right before game. And right before the game, everybody stays in the school and we just chill and wait for the other team to come so we can play. So as we're waiting, we're walking in the gym, and he and me are talking, and he says to me, "Brandon, you have so much potential." He said, "You have potential to be great. You have potential to make it to the league. You have potential to actually do something special here. And it really sucks that you didn't have a dad." Literally what he said. It literally sucks you didn't have a dad, because if you were put in the right position, I promise you, nobody would be able to stop you, blah, 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 right? And when he said that, in my head, I didn't think, oh my God, I wish I had, or if I could have. No, what I thought to myself was potential. Like, I remember as we're walking and talking, everything he said after that got drowned by me, and all I thought of was potential, potential, potential. And the reason why I didn't like the word potential was because when somebody says you have potential in something, they don't believe that you actually can do it yet. When somebody says you have potential, they believe that you're a project. They believe that it could be, but it is not. And to me, potential is a slap in the face, because that just means you have not got there yet. And I know, everybody will sell fairy tales and be like, no, no, it just means that, no, it means that you ain't good enough, but hopefully you get there. Okay. That's what it means. And that wasn't good enough for me. So if you're somebody out there looking to start a business, reselling is great, because it's going to put you in a position to where you don't ever have to rely on just potential, right? Because you physically have it. You physically can achieve it. You physically can see it. You physically can touch it. And that is something that I think drew me to reselling, is me knowing for a fact, a Fendi fact, that no matter what potential you think I got, I actually have something now. And I remember when I was doing YouTube, doing a couples channel, my coach, same when I had that conversation with me, he DM'd me on Instagram. And I remember he said to me, Brandon, make sure, I see what you're doing, and what you're doing is great. Because at the time we were getting some good views. He was like, what you're doing is great, but what I want you to remember is always do something with the purpose. And back then I thought he was hating. But now, as I continue to grow and look, it's like, no, he wasn't hating. He was actually speaking facts, because as I'm doing that, I'm not really helping myself. I'm not really growing. I'm not building. I'm just doing pranks and doing dumb stuff. And that wasn't helping. And a lot of us, we are doing those dumb things, looking at other people, thinking that they're getting success and trying to duplicate it and replicate it, when instead we should be ourselves. And instead, we should be the ones to actually create our own momentum. We should be the ones to actually build and grow the way that we are meant to be, or we are meant to grow. And a lot of us are not meant to grow the same way that these streamers are growing, or the same way that this person is growing. Maybe you need to actually take a step back, and maybe you need to lock in and start something. And reselling is a low cost business that you can get started on literally right now. And that is, I think, one of the biggest keys that I would say that is a misconception with reselling, is that people don't even realize that it's there. People don't even realize that it's easy. I ran into another YouTuber today, and he was a YouTuber that did shoe reviews, which is great, right? And I asked him, I said, so what else do you do? He said, I just do shoe reviews. And I told him, man, you're not tapping into your potential. Why are you not reselling shoes? Oh, yeah, I could, but it's dangerous. Okay, cool. Why are you not reselling products? Well, it was another excuse. And that's the thing. Like, it's always an excuse instead of people doing. Do it, shut up, and do it. Because when you be quiet, put your head down, and you actually do it, you're going to see amazing results. But also, you're going to see times when you're sad, times when it's not working the way you wanted. But regardless, at least you're doing. It's a different type of feeling when you can lay in the bed at night and know you actually did something. I don't know if you guys ever had the feeling of going to bed at night knowing that you could have done better. And I think that's one of the worst feelings ever. And it's not a feeling that I like. It's not a feeling that I ever want to feel ever again. That's why I push myself the hardest that I can every single day. Okay. Next misconception I want to talk about is that it's going to cost you a lot of money. Okay. Reselling does not cost a lot of money for you to start. Okay. Now, I do understand how, yes, reselling is something that takes physical products. You have a whole bunch of people out there talking about, oh my God, digital product this, digital product that. Digital products are not something that's going to help you grow your business. It's not something that's going to help you grow your worth, because that digital product that you just made, another person can make, and another person can make, and another person can make. The thing that you're selling is yourself. The thing that you're selling is content. You're not selling the digital product. That's the difference. You're selling the physical product, the product that Apple is promoting, right? So prime example. So if I sell these cables right here, okay, this is a 20 pack type C to type C to lightning cable right here. Okay. This is 20. Let's say I get each of these for $150. You can do that at wesply.com. You can actually get these cords right now, right? You go to chargers, you go to cables and cords. But nevertheless, right, let's say I have these cords. These cords right now are going to make me money. Let's actually break it down, right? Let's see how much I have in assets once buying these cords. So I already know that these cords cost me 100 and, I said 100, $1.50. Times that by 20, that means that totally, so I put $30 in. Okay, 30. Great. Each charger, let's say, which I already know, each charger is worth around $3.50. So times that by 20, right? I put 30 in, but the value of it is 70. Let's subtract the 30. That means my total worth for this thing right here is $40. Okay, $40. So this is a McDonald's meal plus you being able to fill up your tank of gas, hopefully, right? Depending on what you drop. But no matter what, it's still money, it's still value. So when you start looking at products in that way, you have to realize that it doesn't cost much because you're going to get a return no matter what. Like, that's the thing about products. So, and I had to realize this because I would be lying to you guys if I was telling you I was never scared of selling products. I was always scared of selling products. I was always scared of putting my money into something like this. As a matter of fact, if I'm being transparent and honest with you guys, as honest as I can be, I am scared every single time I buy a new product. I am scared out of my mind. Because I think to myself, and I would be lying if I said I didn't. I think to myself all the time, what if this does not sell? And if it does not sell, I'm out of my money. Now, let me be completely transparent and honest. I'm trying to think. Have I ever had a product that did not sell? Hmm. I haven't. I've never had a product that didn't sell. I've always been able to liquidate a product. One of the slowest products I've ever brought. Huh. One of the slowest products I think I've ever brought was something like this. I think. I think. Hold on, y'all. Let me. Oh my freaking thing. Hold on. One of the worst products I've ever brought was something like this. It's not. It wasn't this, but it was something like this, and it cost me, I think, like maybe $1, and it was a cheaper version of that. And I remember it because I couldn't get any sales on it. Now, when I couldn't get the sales on it, it was sort of kind of defeating, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a highly competitive market, and I'm able to see, okay, that product isn't for me, right? That product may be for somebody else. So again, that's sort of kind of where you have to realize as a reseller, like when you're investing your money into a product, it may not sell right away, but it's very rare that you have a product that doesn't sell at all. If you have a product that doesn't sell at all, take it somewhere where people need it. So let's say I have a product that isn't selling, and it's not this, but let's just say it was, right? I'm going to go to truckers. I'm going to go to car places. I'm going to go to CarMax. I'm going to go to all of these places, and I'm going to actually start talking to people. I have a regular conversation with somebody. If I have 30 of them, I'll talk to 30 people. Hey, how are you doing? So what you coming to get? Oh, I'm looking at da. Okay, cool. So listen, I have a business, and it's a car mounting business, and I'm here basically promoting these car mounts. And if you don't buy from me, that's great, right? I'm not here to push you on any selling or trying to get you to buy it. What I do want to do though is give you my business card, and if you know anybody that needs any car mounts that are affordable, great quality, you let me know. I will hand deliver them. Please, I really appreciate the support. Right, and keep going. Right, that's what a hustler do. A hustler sometimes understands that the customer may not always come to them, so they come to the customer, understanding that no matter what the problem is, you can override any type of bump that's in the way. All right, guys. So those are some really key misconceptions and problems that I see with a lot of resellers last year that we're going to break this year. Okay. And we're going to definitely make more people, not only 5 figures, but 6 figures. And we're going to be able to grow our businesses all together. All right. Now, before I leave, I want to show you guys something that I have every single week. And this is something that I'm really pushing this year because I do want to not only be able to network with you guys, I want you guys to be able to learn every single week. And again, I don't want you guys to have to pay me to learn how to do something to make money, right? I want you to keep as much money as possible in your pocket. You go to education, go to $5 weekly classes. Once you go to $5 weekly classes, you can go and see the Hustlers Resellers Playbook. I have a playbook. I have a book that really shows me everything that happened last year. I've also written down different tactics to prevent this from happening to others. And I'm sharing this every single week. I'm sharing a different lesson every single week for only $5. Plus, if you don't make it, you get the replay. So I will send you the video of the whole meeting for you to be able to watch. It will be uninterrupted, and it will be something that you can take notes on and have forever. So $5 will get you plugged in so that you can start making more money, start learning, attend classes whenever you choose. I always catch you up to speed, and of course we have a Q&A. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you guys at the top because it's way too crowded at the bottom. Peace.